Hey everybody, what's up? What's up? Welcome to the GG Show. I am your host, Erica, and I do this every single Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are going to go over the news, the data, and the discovery for Web3 games. So before we get started, I just wanted to let you all know that this show is powered by Gokhshtein. Let me go ahead and put that up here for you. Follow Gokhshtein. We are the media company. We do Web 2, Web 3. We go to all the events. We were just in Art Basel. I'll talk about that in just a little bit here. So go ahead and follow the Gokhshtein account. And before we get into it as well, I do want to mention that this show is not currently sponsored. So anything that I mention is because it fits in with the show. So with that, we have a lot of news that we are going to get into. I hope that you're all having a great night. Thank you so much for joining me. Go ahead and retweet this to get the word out. And if it's your first time watching, welcome. I'm really excited to have you here. You guys definitely make sure that you follow and like and subscribe and all of that good stuff. So with that, let's go ahead and get into the news. All right, very good. And also, if you guys want to go ahead and chat with me, and I want you to chat with me because it makes it so much funner. Chat with me. The best platforms for that are going to be YouTube and Twitch. I've got the follow account up there. It's at Vivid Gaming GG. So if you chat with me on either YouTube or Twitch, I will bring your comments live on the Jumbotron for everybody to see. So definitely let me know what you're thinking as we go through some of this news and data and discovery. All right, there's that. Let's go ahead and get this up. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to talk about, it's not really news, but it is something that I absolutely love from this week. Y'all know that I am obsessed with the Vegas sphere. And so I wanted to kick things off on just a really cute note. So check this out. It's so cute. All right, that's a great start to the show. Yeah, I absolutely love that. It's one of my favorite things ever. And there's a lot of games that have been putting their own spin on the sphere, which is really exciting to see. So, okay, with that, now we'll get into the news. Okay, so as many of you already know in Web3, we had the Game Awards. We've been looking forward to this. I think they announced it a couple months ago. So this is the best of what is going on in Web3 gaming, as well as the creators that are currently in the Web3 space. So you can see some of the winners here. If you are interested in this, I would definitely recommend that you give them a follow. Go to their YouTube, check it out, rewatch the show. It was really exciting to watch it live. But the game of the year was Parallel. This is a sci-fi trading card game. It's super strategic. It's not trading card games are some of them are like really easy. This one I wouldn't say is super easy. There's a lot of strategy and tactics. Like you really have to know what you're doing in order to climb up on that leaderboard. So Parallel is the game of the year. Sam is the best content creator of the year. But congratulations to all of the winners. You guys have all been kicking ass all year, really working hard. And next year's Game Awards is going to be absolutely nuts. Like, I know that this one just ended, but I cannot wait for next year. Already, just everything is just amping up as far as Web3 gaming goes. So it's super, super exciting to see. And one thing that you should know, which OG shared, is that for some statistics, this is super, super exciting. So this was on Twitch as a special event. It was one of the 3 most watched streams on Twitch. That's a really, really big deal. There were so many good games. And so this just helps everybody get to know some of Web3 games have been building. Last year everyone was like, "Oh, there's no good games, da 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 da." That's just simply not true. There are so many good games, and there's a lot that are not in the limelight either. And so that's why the third part of the show, I do Web3 game discovery. So that way we can look at some of the games that are not in the spotlight, but I think actually look pretty cool. And so we'll go over that just a little bit later. So make sure that you stay tuned for that. Okay. As I mentioned, Goxstein, we were in Art Basel. I unfortunately was not there, but most of our team was actually there. We had Digi, we had Nikki, we had Leslie, we had Spill, we had Time. I think that's it. Oh no, we also had Storm. She actually had her own yacht party. I can't forget about her, of course. Anybody that I'm missing? I'm missing one person. I can't remember his name. Oh no, oh no. He does our weather report. I'm so sorry. I'm just drawing a blank here. But at any rate, our team did a really nice write up of everything that happened in Art Basel. And so if you did miss it or you want to know some of the details about some of the parties and events that went on, you guys can definitely check that out. Gokstein Media is watching on X. They said, let's go, Gokstein. Thanks for watching. I love you guys. So yeah, this is a really, really detailed write up. I think Leslie wrote it. Congrats to Leslie. That is one hell of a thread that you put out, girl. Amazing. And then also at Art Basel, Pudgy Penguins had Spill and Big Sass. Yes, that's right. That's who I was forgetting. Thank you so much for having my back there. So also at Art Basel, Pudgy Penguins, and you can see my little, oh no, you can't see him in the background. Let me see. This is my little Pudgy Penguin. He's so cute. Oh my goodness. Pudgy Penguins is an NFT project, and they have been doing a lot of things, including putting out a brand new Pudgy Penguins game. And so at their Art Basel party, they had Pudgy Penguins. They released their game. Well, not released it, but they showed everybody a preview. They had like an arcade style. You could play on that. And it looks like we're getting some comments coming through. We have Gakshi Media said, let's go. Leslie, I love you, Leslie. You're amazing, you guys. If you chat with me on, oh, this is on X. That's amazing. It's coming through. This is the first time I had no idea. That is so cool. Sorry, I had a little epiphany there. This is the first time on my streaming platform that I've been able to see comments on X come through. So this is really, really exciting for me because usually I have to have like multiple different screens and like my eyes are like all over the place. Yeah. So at any rate, let's watch a little bit of the Pudgy Penguins game that they released at Art Basel. Oh my God, look at the fat little legs. They're so cute. Do you want to know what happens? You're going to have to watch it. You're going to have to go to the Pudgy Penguins YouTube or their X page, or even on their Instagram or on any of the other platforms. You guys will have to see what happens because we have limited time on this show. So I can't show the full trailers of everything. So you guys, you have to stay in suspense, but watch it after the show. Okay, getting into that. So Pudgy Penguins is actually going to be on ZK, which is a roll-up, which is basically for those of you that Deb says, I want one of those so badly. I know, I want a Pudgy Penguin too. The closest that I have is my stuffed Pudgy Penguins. I actually don't have one of their NFTs, unfortunately. That's the closest I'm going to get though. But so they're going to be building on ZK EVM. For anybody who is a little bit new to crypto, we have a lot of people coming in because we'll look at this later, but the charts have been going crazy for the last couple weeks. So for anybody who doesn't know what a EVM is, ZK, there's like your base layer of blockchain. And then on Ethereum, like it can only handle so many transactions. It gets bogged down very easily. Transactions can get very expensive. And so to mitigate that, on top of that base layer, there's actually another layer where the transactions are bundled up, and then once they have enough in a bundle, they push it down to the main layer. Kind of like when you have a shopping cart, you don't want to just like send things one at a time. You want to bundle them up so that way you get the free shipping. It's kind of like that. And so it just makes it easier for games to be built on the blockchain and for everything to run smoothly. So that is a little bit of information there. So at any rate, Immutable announced that on ZK as well, they are going to be doing zero gas fees, which is very exciting. So every time you run a transaction on Immutable, as long as the game supports it, I do think that they have to opt in. You are not going to have to pay any gas fees. So that is amazing for people who are playing the games, because the last thing that we want to do is have to be nickel and dimed with all of the different transactions. So that's great that Immutable is taking that step. They're not oops, I should probably put down my my messages there. Not that you saw anything you weren't supposed to. But at any rate, they're not the first ones to do it though, because Pirate Nation actually, they are a fully on-chain game, and they actually won the best on-chain game on the Game Awards. So shout out to them. But they actually pick up all of the transaction fees for anybody who are playing their game. So Immutable is not the first one to do it, but they are making it more accessible for all of the games that are building on Immutable. So great to see there. And then we also have an announcement from them that they are going to be partnering with Transact. So Transact, what that is, it's making Web3 applications accessible. They basically are going to allow it to be a lot easier for you while you're playing a game to be able to buy things with your credit card right in the game. You don't have to leave the game, you don't maybe even have to like use your wallet. And so it just makes everything a lot easier and a lot easier. Yeah. For the most part. Okay, and then we have another big announcement. Oh Baby Games announced that they are going to be teaming up with SpongeBob SquarePants. I absolutely love this. I mean, who is not a fan of SpongeBob? Let's watch just a couple of seconds of this. Oh my god, it's the happiest little square bottoms ever. I love SpongeBob, Bikini Bottom. So that was really exciting to see. Congratulations for them. That's probably one of the biggest partnerships in Web3 games. Oops, there we go. Okay. There is that. And we also have Ultra. This is actually pretty exciting. So they announced tradable games. The first ever digital tradable game is going live. And so, what they are doing on their platform is they're going to allow you to sell your games. So, think of it, maybe you had bought, name a game. Oh my gosh, Call of Duty. um, Say that you had bought Call of Duty and you really don't have time to play it anymore, or maybe you found a different favorite game. Whatever the case may be, like usually you're just stuck with that game. But what Ultra is going to do is they're going to allow you to sell your games. Now, of course, the game is going to have to agree with it. And so they did have their first ever game that is going to be onboarded. I'm sure that we'll see more games go into this. I think that is actually pretty exciting. And it's kind of a first. So we can do that with like books, when you go to college and you don't use your books anymore, you can sell those. And so why can't you do the same with video games? Well, that's exactly what Ultra said, and they are making it happen. So congrats to Ultra for that innovation. Okay, and then we did hear in traditional gaming news that E3 is going to be no longer. They put on the E3 show for 28 years, you guys. That's a really, really long time. It used to be like the biggest gaming show of the year. Tons of things were announced. But after COVID and the fact that there's so much content that you can put out on Twitch and just everywhere, there's really not a need for it anymore. So they've been struggling. So they finally called it quits. So we will not be seeing E3 happen anymore, which is a little bit sad, but it's just the evolution of the space, right? Okay, there's that. And then Grok actually, we could use Grok for the first time. I used it for the first time. I was like, "All right, what is this? What is Grok?" So actually, Grok is like it's like Chat GPT, but it's on X. It's Elon's version, right? And so if you have X Premium, you have access to this. It's just in your little side panel over there. And so it's got two modes. It's got fun mode, which is a little bit spicy, and then it's got regular mode. So obviously I like fun mode, right? I like the spiciness. So you can ask Grok to roast you. Let's see what it says about me. Getting ready to be roasted by Grok. Oh, I've been quite the busy little crypto babe. It looks like you've been trying to get into the holiday spirit. All right, all right. Your little spat with, "Oh, no." It's calling me out. Oh, man. I did actually. Yep. Mhm. It's spicy. I can't believe it's calling me out like that. Oh, no. But at any rate, it will roast you. It definitely has a sense of humor. It's a little bit spicy, so it's very interesting. Okay. And we saw Elon. So we've got these Tesla Optimuses. This is like Elon's robot. And they released a video which shows some of the advancements that they have made. Let's watch just a little bit of this. So that's the Gen 1. I'll let you guys watch the rest of that if you are interested. I did want to show this at the end. They're having fun. I think they got their dance lessons from Elon. I don't know if you guys remember seeing him dance. Yeah. They kinda dance like Elon. It's pretty funny. But nonetheless, that's pretty amazing to see some of the advancements that we have there. What do you guys think about that? What do you think of these X robots? There's actually a video which shows one shooting a gun at a Cybertruck, and I don't know if it was generated by AI or not, or if it was the actual robots, but it was pretty freaking crazy. Okay, and then Musk says X is bringing video to spaces to anybody who is active on the X platform. This is exciting to you, especially if you are in spaces. Spaces, for anybody who doesn't know, it's kind of like God, I'm forgetting everything today. I just like was sick, and so I feel like I'm just kind of still like catching up. It's kind of like Clubhouse. Clubhouse is basically where you have a room of people and it's all audio and you could talk. But Elon is going to bring video to spaces soon, which is pretty exciting. It just makes it a little bit more dynamic. So I am really, really excited to see that roll out and exactly what that entails. And then, okay, this is really cool, you guys. Disney may be working on its own gaming device. So right now there's like the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation has their own. We've got the Steam Valve deck, but Disney files for a patent. So this isn't like something that's going to be on the shelves, but they did file for a patent. So that's where this news is coming from. And we can see some of the patent here. So it's not actually like a handheld gaming device, but it's something that you're going to be wearing like this, right? So that's pretty cool. So we can kind of see that it's got superhero modes. You can change those. It's going to tell you your current superpower, the different points that you have, and you can actually like do things on your wrist, which is pretty cool. Um, so there's one of the patents pictures, and then there's a couple other pictures as well. So we've got like the guest, the wearable, the customizations, and then we have the attraction cast member. You can imagine that since it's from Disney, that it's probably meant to be worn while you're at Disney. And so it's kind of cool to see that and exactly like what that is going to entail if they decide to follow through with it. Anyway, but that is a patent that they filed, so that is actually pretty cool. And the Apple Vision Pro, you guys, since we saw the trailer, I've been really, really excited about this, especially the movie mode where everything is just like transforms your whole entire environment, right? So we may see those coming fairly soon. They said that so it was unveiled in June, but they have actually been sending their staff to train on the Vision Pro. This is really cool, you guys. I'm going to show you my screen here really quick. So this is what I'm seeing on my other screen. So I can see like when people are commenting, but now on X, I can actually see like when people are joining. And I have never, that is so cool that that is integrated so much better now. I absolutely love that. So that's really exciting. So that's why I keep like looking over to see like who joined. But thanks you guys for watching. If you haven't watched before, like I said, I really appreciate you. Right now, we're obviously going over the news. This is like gaming and tech and AI and all of that good stuff. The second part of it is going to be data. We're going to be looking at like what is streaming, who's topping the charts, and we're going to do a game 3 discovery. So make sure that you stick around and follow and like and share it and all of that good stuff, you guys. And we're about more than halfway through the news. We're going to get into just a couple like legal things here really quick, just to point out. So we all know about Coinbase and the SEC. Hey, Matt, what's up? Matt's my buddy. Absolutely love him. Miss Jones. Miss Jones. Hey, Miss Bones. Shout out to you. Thanks for joining, girl. Love you. So we all know about the SEC and Coinbase just like battling it out all the time. So now Coinbase, they were like, "Hey, after 18 months, we went to the court to get a response the law requires." They are wanting further outline because right now there's so much gray area as far as regulation. The SEC came to Coinbase and they basically like sued them after Coinbase like thought that they were doing everything right, and so Coinbase is like, "Hey, there's too much gray area. Like, give us a little bit of guidance on here. Like, it's time." So 18 months after 18 months of silence, like, tell us what the hell is going on, please. Okay, so there's that. Um, a couple I feel like people, like, wanna go on vacation, and so all of these cases are wrapping up at the end of the year, like, that's my thought, but, the jury hands Epic a win in antitrust case against Google. So, basically, they said that Google had been operating an illegal monopoly with its Google Play App Store and billing service. So, congrats to Epic for winning that, boo Google Play. No. Activision Blizzard to pay 47 million in gender discrimination settlement. This is actually pretty big. I'm referring to Steven's tweet here. I go to him for a lot of the news. He's actually really good. But basically, what he said about this is that all of the women who worked for Activision Blizzard in California from 2015 to 2020 will be paid. And so, I don't really like. I didn't know that it was so bad over there and that like women were afraid to speak up and that they were being treated so badly. But even contractors who worked for 90 days in that time frame too. The judges want to celebrate Christmas too, right? Exactly. They're like, all right, you guys, let's let's wrap it up. I'm gonna go to Tahoe. Yeah. Apple agrees to pay out 25 million to settle lawsuit over family sharing. People said that Apple was aware the subscription-based apps did not support family sharing, but they still placed an ad for family sharing on them. Boo to you, Apple. However, they are ramping up their security in the newest version of iOS to make it harder for people to steal information from you. So basically, what this entails is there is some apps that will require you to use your biometric face data or your fingerprint if you still have like an older version. But can those older versions even get iOS 17? I don't know. But at any rate, you won't be able to they won't be able to bypass it without your actual face. So it's ramping up the security there. Speaking of security, there was a big ass hack that happened today in Web3. Millions of dollars in NFTs were stolen, and it happened on NFT Trader. So you probably already know about this if you're on X, but if you're not and you had interacted with NFT Trader, which is basically like a peer-to-peer trading platform, you may want to check your wallet because there was a lot of stuff that happened there. So that's really, really sad. Like some of the apes and some of the, NFTs that were sold and were over $300,000, like, that is huge. In order to oh, yeah, I did wanna point this out. So it's not just NFTs and it's not just crypto, that has hacks. So here's a little bit of, like, real data for you. The FTC data shows consumers reported losing nearly 8.8 billion in scams to in 2022. So it's not just crypto, you guys. So for anybody who's like, NFT is a scam, no, it's not. So, yeah, just a little bit of factual data for you there from 2022. 2023 isn't out yet, obviously, because it's not over yet, but there we go. Um, but in anyway, if you had interacted with NFT Trader or anything at all for that matter, if you interacted with your wallet, you should definitely go to Wallet Guard. You can check to see if your wallet is affected and you can actually revoke. You can cut the tie between your wallet and some of these sites. So that way, if there is an exploit, you are not affected. Like, especially do this on your cold wallet, you guys. Like, it's really, really important. It's not enough to just go into your MetaMask. I've seen this floating around. You can't just go into your MetaMask and disconnect from the site. Like, that is not enough. You need to revoke your transactions. Okay. Okay. Um, I'm gonna start doing a what the fuck moment, WTF, on the show, and so the what the fuck moment of today's or of this week was Valve is politely recommending that Steam Deck owners avoid inhaling its exhaust fumes after some gamers posted online about secretly enjoying the smell. Like, what? If any of you guys are sniffing your Steam Deck, like, don't do it. Just yeah, just stop, okay? Don't do that. But that's the what the fuck moment of the week. All right, that is it for the news, you guys. Next, we are gonna get into some of the data. This is one of my favorite parts of the show. So hang out with for just a second, and we will get into that. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Miss Bone said, "What the fuck?" Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, but I don't know. People are just weird. I guess it's better than eating your couch cushions. Did anybody see that show? They used to watch that show on MTV where people eat weird things and like do weird stuff. Yeah, this one guy ate his couch. So at least they're not doing that. Uh, Matt said, "I used to like the smell of gasoline until I found out I was lethal." Yeah, I'm glad that you found out. That would be bad. But yeah, like the smell of like fresh cement too. But okay, at any rate, whatever. Let's go through some of the deals that happened this week and all of that good stuff. Farcana, I thought I was having deja vu because Farcana was actually on the list in November, but no, this is actually new. It is legit. So they raised 10 million in their seed round. This was led by Animoca and a few other people in the space. So congrats to them for raising $10 million. They are a multiplayer third-person shooter hero powered by Web3 economy. So you guys can check them out if you like. I think that it is actually a pretty cool game. They are really good for esports. Like, they actually have had a lot of competitions, as you can see here. There is also a tournament coming up soon, so you guys can definitely check that out. We're going to roll right through some of this news. Animoca Brands. So the Blockchain Alliance 2023 State of the Industry report, this came out. I have it saved on my desktop. I have not seen the whole thing of it yet, but it does have a lot of really good information. But the thing that I wanted to point out on here is that 76.2% recognize asset ownership as the top benefit. So this is what people are excited about as far as playing blockchain Web3 games, 76.2%. So asset ownership is important to people. They do like it by an overwhelming amount. All right. We know that ordinals are pretty big on Bitcoin. Liquidium raises 1.25 million in pre-seed funding to expand Bitcoin ordinal market. That is pretty big news. What was I looking at here earlier? Da, 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 da. I think it's a marketplace from what I was looking at before. Sidedoor Ventures. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's a marketplace actually. So That is very exciting there. 1.25 million. Okay, and then as far as the roll-ups that we were talking about earlier, NodeKit, they raised 1.2 million for their ZK roll-up. That is going to be on Avalanche. So Blizzard is not Blizzard like Blizzard Gaming's. It's actually Blizzard Avalanche. That is nice for them. Nextline secures 140 million funding for its Web3 platform. I need to look a little bit more into this, but it's actually a Japanese messaging app. So I'm gonna look into that a little bit more. I don't know how much I'll be able to find since it is in Japan. I probably won't be able to read a lot of the articles, but Virtual Leap raises 2.5 million to use VR and AI for brain health. This is so cool. I think that one of the best things about AI is pairing it with medical because it's just absolutely amazing the things that it can do and detect. This is basically, let's read down here. The exercises are divided into 7 cognitive categories: memory, attention, information processing, mental flexibility, problem solving, motor control, and spatial orientation. So it's basically games that you can play and then it analyzes it and it helps to see if there's something wrong with you, for lack of better terms. Okay. All right. Looking at gaming from 2023 versus 2022, we have seen a negative 7% change in video game sales. Oh no, the only thing that was actually positive was video game accessories. So we've seen a little bit of a change there. That could be why we're seeing all of these layoffs in the gaming industry. I mean, it's just like one after another, literally. So, yeah, but that is actually pretty detailed report. That is from Circana. And then the last thing in this little section is Mr. Beast has an analytics platform. So it's similar to Social Blade, if you know what that is. Like you put in your ad or your YouTube channel and then it's going to analyze it for you. So Mr. Beast came out with his own, and you can basically see complete analysis of everything. But check this out. Estimated revenue 4.5 million from the last 28 days. That's Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. In the last year, $56.9 million. Like, I knew that he was raking it in, but I didn't know that he was like raking it in, dude. That's freaking crazy. Like, go, Mr. Beast. Like, kudos to you, man. That's freaking nuts. All right, and then let's get into some of the chart toppers. I love this section. I actually used to do this globally. Everything I used to do globally, but I'm going to do it for the United States only because after looking at my analytics of who is watching my show, everybody for the most part is in the United States. So why not cater it to y'all? All right, top sellers: Steam Deck, Lethal Company still at the top. That's kind of surprising. Baldur's Gate 3 and Call of Duty. The most played by daily players: Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, and PUBG Battlegrounds. Weekly top sellers: Steam Deck, Lethal Company, Warhammer, and the Finals. This is actually a pretty fun game. If you like Fortnite and you like battle arenas, first-person shooters, I played that with Crypto Hotto. He actually featured this game on Ass or Not. So if you go on X and look up Crypto Hotto, you'll see his review on that. It's really funny. And we were playing it and I was ass, he was not, but at the end of the day, like, it is actually a really fun game if you like that type of game. Upcoming Steam game releases. This is what people are most excited about. So we've got at the top Nightingale, Enshrouded, and Home World 3. These are the games that are not out yet, but people are the most excited about. Top upcoming wish listed are Wukong, Black Myth Wukong, Home World 3, and Skull and Bones. I really, really want to play this game. I love pirate games, and I think that just looks so cool. I cannot wait for that game. Trending right now on YouTube, what is streaming? What is on the top? We've got Free Fire, Grand Theft Auto 5, Parking Tycoon Business Simulator. I wonder if that's any good. DeFi Daniel said, "Hola." Hey, DeFi Daniel. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you. And on Steam, we have got Just Chatting, Grand Theft Auto 5, Fortnite, and League of Legends. Okay, you guys, everybody knows that just chatting on Twitch is actually like just chatting in hot tubs and bikinis. Like it's not like just chatting. And so if you guys have been paying attention to Twitch, like there's been a lot of funny things that have been going on. Like some of the girl streamers, they were appearing to be like topless, but like it would like cut off right here. And it looks like they're like naked and they're like clapping and it looks nice for people who wanna see that, I guess. I don't I don't, like, know what to say it. But anyway, there are a lot of people that complained about it, like, "Bro, like, you can't be nude, like, what are you doing? There's kids who are watching this, like, it's absolutely crazy." And then, it's all chi-chis only. Yes, exactly, exactly. And so people were pissed off about it, and so they actually changed their whole entire nudity, like, what you can and what you can't do, and they changed it to, like, artistic nudity, and then they came out and said, "Actually, retracted. We've got a whole entire new policy update." And so you guys can read a little bit more about that. It's actually pretty interesting. What I think that they should do, to be honest with you, like, I think that they should have their own category for stuff like that, and, like, if you I don't know how they would actually, like, police it, but if you're not, like, over 18 or whatever, then you would have to like, you can't see it. It's not gonna show up on the main page, like, whatever. So, yeah, pretty interesting there. Like, times are changing. Okay, let's look at the top apps. So again, this is in the United States. This is iPhone App Store. The top free games are GTA San Andreas, Monopoly Go, and Outlets Rushed. Top grossing Monopoly Go. Oh, he's got a little Santa hat on. Royal Match and Candy Crush Saga. I wanted to point this out. Some end of the year stats. Temu was the most downloaded iPhone app in the United States in 2023. A little bit exciting there. TikTok becomes the first non-game app to reach 10 billion in consumer spending. I actually bought something from TikTok the other day and it was pretty cool. I actually got like 10% off and it wasn't bad at all. The top mobile games on Google Play in the United States were Monopoly Go, Block Blast, and Roblox. Top grossing Monopoly Go on top of everything, Royal Match, and Candy Crush Saga. By the way, you guys, if you are joining for the first time, thanks for watching. We are in the data part of the show. We already went over the news and we still have to go over the Web3 game discovery. So we're about right in the middle now, almost done actually with the data. I'm gonna start going over this in the show. I don't talk about coins usually, but I am gonna bring this in just because it's the bull run. Like people want to know what's going on, so why not talk about it? These are the top trending gaming coins on CoinMarketCap. We've got Immutable, Render, WeMix, The Sandbox, Axie Infinity, Decentraland, Beam, Gala, and ApeCoin. These guys are topping the charts. This is by market cap. Okay, pretty exciting there. And then let's look at DApp Radar for some on-chain analytics for what the top games are. This is by unique active wallets and separated by chain. We're going to go over the top three. On Solana, we've got Star Atlas, Geno Pets, and Tap Fantasy. On Ronin, we have Pixels, Axie Infinity, and Aperion. On our Arbitrum, we've got Spartan, Dex, Treasure, and Meat. On BNB Chain, we have Second Life, Gaiman, and Ultimate Champions. On Wax, we have Farmers World, Aliens World, and Wombat Dungeon Master. On Ethereum, we have Champions of Arbotheria, Sugartown, and Hypetopia. On Avalanche, we have Chicken, Robots Farms, and Empyrean Empires. On Oasis, we have Imps Kingdom, Blockchain Cuties, and Abiogenesis NFT. And last but not least, on ZK Sync Era Games, we've got Robots Farm, Terra Via, and Second Life. That does it for the data. We're going to get into the Web3 game discovery next. So hang out for just one sec, you guys. All right. So these are games that I found. I used to do it random, but I'm just going to start curating it. Games that I found as I was just perusing on X, and I thought that they looked interesting. So the first one, is Plants Empires. So my kids used to play this game called Plants versus Zombies, and so that's exactly what this reminded me of. So it's not anything like super new and innovative, but I think that the Plants versus Zombies was so incredibly popular. So I'm guessing that this is very similar gameplay to it, and it might take off. So you can kind of look at their X page here. They said goodbye to Halloween and they said hello to Christmas. So I like their graphic style. I think that it's very, very well done. We'll take a look at their web page here. It is a mobile game. So you can actually download it right now on Google Play and on the App Store. I was taking a little bit of look at this. It does have integration with NFTs. We can see kind of some of the plants and the games and all of that. They do have a token. They've got the PFA token, so you can take a look at some of their tokenomics there. We're going to go through these pretty quick, you guys. We're almost at the end of the show, so I try to keep it under an hour. The second one is Hound Race. So I see a lot of horse race stuff, but I don't see a lot of stuff with like racing dogs. So we've got Hound Race on here. Race for ETH and breed your winner. I really like the look of this. I think it looks really, really cool. I was taking a look at their white paper, and the different parts of the dogs are actually their own core elements. So you can see that it's made up of 7. So essentially, I mean, you can probably guess, but you can basically race your dogs. So kind of cool there. They did have this. So it's a little bit of a futuristic dog race. You're like racing your robot dogs. All right, so that is Hound Race. And then the last one is Pixel Vault. A lot of you probably already know about this game, but I've been seeing a lot of it floating around. People who have played it are really, really liking it. And it's an auto battler. Actually, Zeneca, Huge in the Space, tweeted it about 6 hours ago. Battle plan, because I love auto battlers, played a ton of Dota auto chess back in the day. So let's take a look at their little video here. Wait, he was not just doing the worm. Rewind. Let's watch it. Look at this. All right. At any rate, you can kind of see, a little bit about the game, but it is an auto battler. So definitely make sure that you check that out if you are interested in it. And then 2 other quick little things here. I wanted to give myself a little bit of a shout out here. So I've got a community. I've had it for a really long time, but if you go to my page on X, it's at Babes Cryptoland, and I've got my community right here. And so I have been posting a lot of giveaways on here, you guys. So that way, like, you can check out some of the giveaways. Like, I've actually won a lot of really cool stuff. And you can't play unless you win, but like things that you might have missed. So you can get your Mocha ID right now. This is from Animocha Brands. Like, that's huge. They opened up some more of those. Some other things that you can win, just some events and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you are not currently in my community, make sure that you join that, so that way you can stay up to date on some of the fun stuff that is going on. But that's it. That's the end. Like, that's the show. That's what I have for you guys. I think my next show is going to be on the 23rd, just a couple days before Christmas. So yeah, excited for that. Thanks you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not done that already, and I will see you next Saturday. Bye.